Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with a tarot reading in honor of Mars entering Sagittarius. Mars enters Sagittarius on Friday, November 24th, and promises to be exciting, active, forward-looking, idealistic, and bring us a sense of vibrant idealism. There's a sense of really bright optimism with Mars and Sagittarius and action. So that's really exciting. I will say that just like the sun did as soon as it entered Sagittarius, on Saturday, November 25th, Mars will make a square to Saturn at the very beginning of its transit through Sagittarius. And Saturn is in Pisces. So right at the start, there is a pretty formidable obstacle. There is a pretty big hurdle to overcome. But once we do that, once Mars does that, we will learn some really valuable lessons and be able to leap over that hurdle and sprint towards the finish line. So this week, I have chosen to do an oracle pair, and the oracle deck I've chosen is the Vera Sibila. Then we'll do a 3-card tarot reading combined with that oracle pair from the Visconti tarot deck. So I am really excited to see what Mars in Sagittarius has in store. And hopefully this spread can give us some guidance and clarity. Okay, so as I shuffle the oracle deck, let's take a deep breath. Let's think about the last couple days and how they've been since the sun entered Sagittarius. Think about how you felt, what has happened over the last couple days. But then let's just center and take a few deep breaths while I finish shuffling. Okay, let's draw our pair. The first card in the pair is Melancholy. The next card is the Young Woman. Okay, very interesting oracle pair, I think, especially in conjunction with Mars and Sagittarius. The Vera Sibila in particular tends to not mince words. Things are pretty clear, borderline literal sometimes. Other times there's a little bit more nuance. I think this is one of those times, but there's also a lot of clarity. The first card was melancholy, sadness, worry, potentially even depression. And then the second card was the young girl, the young woman, this idea of this youthful feminine figure. The combination of those two implies to me on a more general archetypal level that potentially the square with Saturn, I think maybe is what's hinted at here. I think at least how we have begun Mars's transit through Sagittarius is from a place of potential worry, potentially being down, and who knows why. There could be several reasons why you're feeling that way, why we are collectively feeling potentially melancholy. I think the young woman showing up though, and that youthful feminine energy, I think is implying this idea of this vibrant, almost idealistic approach that Sagittarius is going to bring, that Mars in Sagittarius could potentially bring. I think it's this combination of some of the more pessimistic elements that Mars is maybe carrying over from Scorpio, entering Sagittarius, but there's this youthful vigor involved in that transit, even if it's tied in with some more worldly sadness, some more worldly depressive thinking, or just melancholy in general. I think there's this idea that, and again, if you look at the images, it's two women in very different situations. One is mourning, one is basically in her garden ready to start her vibrant life. And there is this sense that with Mars and Sagittarius that we can have two sides of this coin, two sides of ourselves. This idea that, and especially at the beginning, remember, as soon as Mars gets over the hurdle of the square to Saturn, there's a lot more chance for running forward, the sun shining on the young girl's face, that kind of idea. We learned some pretty deep lessons from Mars in Scorpio. We went through some pretty tough stuff. Mars was opposed Uranus for its last little bit in Scorpio. We just got off of Mars Cazimi, which hopefully was really clarifying for you. And there's a sense that we understand some deeper things, and maybe that's not super sunshiny and optimistic and idealistic. Some of the qualities of Sagittarius and some of the qualities of the young girl. So the place we're entering Sagittarius with Mars, the place Mars is entering Sagittarius from, is the place of the melancholy card. And then the place where once it gets over the hurdle, it has the potential to be is represented by the young girl. So it's really exciting. It shows the dynamism. It shows the duality of this transit and of this instant obstacle. So it's kind of like where we're coming from, but also the potential. Let's hope the tarot cards show us how we can reach that potential and potentially overcome these obstacles and get from a place of maybe worry and pessimism into a place of optimism and idealism. So let's get to the tarot deck now. Okay, so as I shuffle the Visconti, take another deep breath. Think about what is on your mind. Think about the potential of positivity. And then let's draw our 3 cards. The first card I draw is the 7 of Cups reversed. The next card is Strength. And finally, for the complete picture, the 3 of Wands. Well, the tarot has spoken, and it has made some things very clear. Starting with the 7 of Cups reversed. The 7 of Cups reversed shows me that we need to make a concise, consequential decision at the beginning of this transit. The square to Saturn will probably clarify what that decision is, or could potentially throw up an instant obstacle in front of that decision, but a decision needs to be made as soon as possible. If you are trying to decide between a bunch of various different things, whatever field that's in, whatever way that shows up for you, if you are confronted with a bunch of choices in one way or the other, this card is calling on you to decide, make a decision. It's giving you the power to make that decision as well. We don't want to balance these choices. We want to decide and we want to head in a direction. Mars and Sagittarius wants to head in a direction, and the 7 of Cups reversed wants you to make a decision about that direction. I love that. I think that's really promising. I think it gives us something to do right away, some way to focus all of that energy right away. And I think that it gives us a good foundation for this transit so that we can learn the lessons we need to learn from the square, and that we can learn the lessons that Mars is going to teach us on its transit through Sagittarius about directionality and heading towards what we want. Make a decision today. If you don't have any decisions to make and you've made all your choices and you are locked in, try to find something to choose today. Try to find some new thing to focus on today. Because, and in response to all that, and in regard to all of that, we got strength next. So strength shows me that there is a lot of potential for us to overcome obstacles, for us to understand our wild side, use that and wield authority over that wild side to be able to use it in really, really effective, powerful, fiery ways. I love strength here. I think strength right in the middle of this whole spread is beautiful, important, and clear. We make a choice. We're able to activate that choice, and we're able to wield our own power over that choice. It also shows that we are strong enough and prepared enough and self-aware enough to overcome any obstacles. We then got the 3 of Wands, which I also love because it kind of shows me and kind of tells this story. We make a decision, we wield our authority and our power to keep ourselves strong over the hurdles and obstacles that maybe that decision throws up in front of us, or that the wheel does, or that just Saturn does. And from that place, on the other side of this square, from this place where we were maybe starting out a little bit down, we found our power by making a choice. We started wielding that power. We started getting a little bit of optimism. And then from this place of making a decision, of overcoming the obstacles, of being strong and authoritative through that, of this journey from melancholic feeling into more positive, youthful, vibrant feeling, from this place of success over the obstacles, we get the Three of Wands, which puts us squarely in a place of authority. It puts us in a place of perspective. We can look out on what we've succeeded at. We can use all of this learning, all this strength, all of the lessons from these obstacles to really look forward, which is exactly what Sagittarius wants and will demand of us, will give us at any rate. Mars and Sagittarius will take action. So if we can take action ourselves by making a decision, overcoming any obstacles through our own self-awareness and self-power and strength, our own sense of positivity and optimism and vibrancy, if we can use all of that to, from a place of authority and power, look optimistically towards an ideal future, we can use the Three of Wands to be really focused on that. From this place of strength, from this place of positive looking forward, from this place of momentum, action, and optimism, we will be strong because we overcame the obstacles. We will understand our authority. We will understand the necessary boundaries and foundations that are required to make our goals sustainable, even if they're still idealistic. And then we can look towards those goals and start heading in that direction. We can move from this place of potential negativity to this place of vibrant, hopeful, optimistic positivity, a place embodied by Sagittarius. Let's use Mars. Let's use this transit through Sagittarius. Let's use Sagittarius to start to look in and head in the direction of our ideals and of our most vibrant goals. We just have to make a decision first. And then trust yourself. Let's do it together. We got this. I'm very excited about this transit. Action and optimism. Let's enjoy. Let's thrive. I'll see you next time.